We are ready to enter Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia. The Hokies enter the stadium to the familiar strains of Enter Sandman. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. Keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Hokies ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The handoff to Johnson. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this week.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The ride. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed behind the line. It's Heat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Making the adjustment. calls his own number. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Left side, it's Reynolds. Past the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
They're all over him. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Long way to go on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Under pressure, setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. A likely touchdown-saving tackle at the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And the Hokies in the hurry-up. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making the adjustment on the play. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. The run inside. It's Overton. Touchdown, Hokies! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play for a snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to Johnson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Moving out to the right. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Final play of the quarter coming. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Hits inside, it's Haynes. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Now on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The Tigers are rolling down the field. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. This time they'll throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right side, it's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go five wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Off play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Moore. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they've brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He wants to throw it again. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the play on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the return, it's Keith. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, it's Overton. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Hokies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll ride him again. Sweet cut there. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Heath. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Plows his way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Punt is in the air. Trying to get started. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. here in the final 2 minutes. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's got it down the field. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires left. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Got enough for the first down. There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. DB's right up on the receivers. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They called their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Using his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead in 10-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rushes on. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick give. It's Overton. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 19 team, the Utah Utes.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback.
And it's Michigan State able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Stopped right there. And the Hokies are in the hurry-up.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Out wide right, it's Overton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Unleashes one. Right side, it's Overton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Press center downs going to the air. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Back's got it on the screen. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Left side is Keith. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Turning it on. Inside the 10. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. And the Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now on the move. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. Bush is ahead. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Snapped on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And that was one of those gotta have it. I mean, it's a 4th quarter, 4th down. We gotta get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver. Whatever. And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's going to run it. inside the 45. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Shoot up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Wants to throw on first. Stepping to the right. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a third and long. Second down to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Moore. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Running inside, it's Overton. Not a lot of daylight, he gets one to the 32.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Long way to go on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he's got some space. They big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line, paved the way for a big first down.
And the Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Straight ahead, it's Overton. Defense all over him.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Left side, it's Reynolds. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Hokies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Overton. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Nowhere to go. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Let's send the tight end in motion. Hits inside. It's Overton. They were all over it. Now the Tigers will spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Out wide right, it's Reynolds. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. So they couldn't get in on 3rd down. A field goal seems to be a lock here. How much gambling do you think they do here?
And Reese, back in the day, I think this is a field goal, and you don't even ask questions. You tie the football game, but so many more coaches are aggressive nowadays. I kick the field goal, I tie the football game, and I try to win it later on.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Hokies! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Gotta find a completion on this one. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.